Where is Danny? Where is Danny? It's time to read. It's time to read. Let's all watch together. Let's all watch together. What story will it be? What story will it be? Danny!
Hello everybody and welcome to Danny Duck's Book Club with me, Shannon, and Danny the Duck. You will notice that Danny Duck is not in his pyjamas today. He's not just had a nap, he's got his little cup of tea and he's ready to go, which is a really good job because in today's Book Club, Danny, we have not one but two guest readers. Now our guest readers today are going to tell us all about the story of Mog the Forgetful Cat. Now you might remember from a few episodes ago, the Lettuce the Dancing Rabbit episode, I have two bunny rabbits that live in my house. Now our guest readers today, Adam and Kat, have two cats that live with them. Do you have any pets at home? Pets are a wonderful thing and I think it's time that we hear about Mog the cat and why she's so forgetful. What do you think, Danny? Are you ready to go? Have you got enough tea to last the story? Oh, he's running low, but I think he'll be okay. So let's hear from our guest readers, Adam and Kat, about why Mog is such a forgetful cat.
Hi everyone, I'm Kat.
And I'm Adam.
And we love cats. In fact, we have two that live with us.
And today we'd like to read you a story and then sing you a song. First, the story is called Mog the Forgetful Cat. Once, there was a cat called Mog. She lived with a family called Thomas. Mog was nice, but not very clever. She didn't understand things. A lot of other things she forgot. She was a very forgetful cat.
Sometimes she ate her supper. Then she forgot that she'd eaten it. Sometimes she thought of something in the middle of washing her leg. Then she forgot to wash the rest of it.
Once, she forgot that cats can't fly. But most of all, she forgot her cat flap. The cat flap led from the kitchen into the garden. Mog could go out and in again. It was her own little door.
The garden always made Mog very excited. She smelled all the smells, she chased the birds, she climbed the trees, she ran around with a big fluffed up tail. And then she forgot the cat flap. She forgot that she had a cat flap. She wanted to go back into the house, but she couldn't remember how.
In the end, she sat outside the kitchen window and meowed until someone let her in. Afterwards, you could always tell where she had sat. This made Mr. Thomas very sad. And he said, "Bother that cat." But Debbie said, "She's nice."
Once, Mog had a very bad day. Even the start of the day was bad. Mog was still asleep. Then Nicky picked her up. He bugged her and said, "Nice kitty." Mog said nothing, but she was not happy.
Then it was breakfast time. Mog forgot that cats have milk for breakfast. She forgot that cats only have eggs as a treat. She ate an egg for her breakfast. Mrs. Thomas said, "Bother that cat!" Debbie said, "Nicky doesn't like eggs anyway."
Mog looked through her cat flap. It was raining in the garden. Mog thought, perhaps the sun is shining in the street. When the milkman came, she ran out. The milkman shut the door.
The sun was not shining in the street after all. It was raining. A big dog came down the street. Mog ran, and the dog ran too.
Mog ran right around the house, and the dog ran after her. She climbed over the fence. She ran through the garden and jumped up outside the kitchen window. She meowed a very big meow, very sudden and very loud.
Mrs. Thomas said, "Bother that cat!" Debbie said, it wasn't her fault. Mog was very sleepy. She found a nice, warm, soft place and went to sleep. She had a lovely dream. Mog dreamed that she had wings.
She could fly everywhere. She could fly faster than the birds, even quite big birds. Suddenly, she woke up.
Mrs. Thomas said, "Bother that cat!" Debbie said, "I think you look nicer without a hat." Debbie gave Mog her supper and Mog ate it all up. Then Debbie and Nicky went to bed.
Mog had a rest too, but Mr. Thomas wanted to see the fight. Mr. Thomas said, "Bother that cat." Mog thought, nobody likes me. Then she thought, Debbie still likes me. Debbie's door was open.
Debbie's bed was warm. Debbie's hair was soft, like kitten fur. Mog forgot that Debbie wasn't a kitten. Debbie had a dream. It was a bad dream, a dream about a tiger.
The tiger wanted to eat Debbie. It was licking her hair. Debbie shouted. Mog jumped. Mr. and Mrs. Thomas said, "Bother, bother, bother that cat!" Debbie said nothing. She was still crying because of the bad dream.
Mog ran out of the room and right through the house and out of her cat flap. She was very sad. The garden was dark. The house was dark, too. Mog sat in the dark and thought dark thoughts. She thought, nobody likes me. They've all gone to bed. There's no one to let me in. And they haven't even given me my supper.
Then she noticed something. The house was not quite dark. There was a little light moving about. She looked through the window and saw a man in the kitchen. Mog thought, perhaps that man will let me in. Perhaps he will give me my supper.
She meowed her biggest meow, very sudden and very, very loud. The man was surprised. He dropped his bag. It made a big noise and everyone in the house woke up.
Mr. Thomas ran down to the kitchen and shouted, "A burglar!" The burglar said, "Bother that cat!" Mrs. Thomas telephoned the police. Debbie let Mog in and Nicky hugged her.
A policeman came and they told him what had happened. The policeman looked at Mog. He said, "What a remarkable cat! I've seen watchdogs, but never a watch cat. She will get a medal." Debbie said, "I think she'd rather have an egg."
Mog had a medal. She also had an egg every day for breakfast. Mr. and Mrs. Thomas told all their friends about her. They said, "Mog really is remarkable." And they never, or almost never, said, "Bother that cat!"
This is Bother That Cat by One Hand Sugar.
Oh, Mog, you're so forgetful. Oh, Mog, not super helpful. Dreaming dreams of flying kitties. For Mrs. Thomas sings a ditty, chewing Debbie's hair till they all say, "Bother that cat." Oh, Mog, you're so forgetful. Oh, Mog, not super helpful. Jumping up to scare a burglar. And here and now we'll go no further. Nevermore will they say, "Bother that cat." Oh, Mog, you're so forgetful. Oh, Mog, now super helpful. Oh, Mog, you're very special. Oh, Mog, bother that cat. Now super Woozle. You're not super helpful.
What an amazing story, and we even got a little song there too. I think that might be the first song that we've ever had on Danny Duck's Book Club, and I thought it made a really wonderful addition to story time today. What did you think at home? Now, my favourite part of the story, I don't know what your favourite part is, you'll have to have a little think about it, but my favourite part was the bit at the very end where Mog the cat saved the day and stopped the burglar. Because I thought it was really cool how even the smallest of creatures, or children or people, and even the most forgetful cats, can still be the hero and save the day in the story. And I thought that was really wonderful to see and to hear. Those of you who have cats at home, are they helpful like Mog? Or are they mischievous like Adam and Kat's cat Woozy that we saw at the end there knocking over their camera? Or are they super silly like Danny the Duck here, who's been wearing his cup on his head for the end of this book club episode? Now, Danny, we're going to have to take that off because it's almost time for us to go. Now, if any of you have any pictures of your pets being mischievous at home, or even helpful perhaps, you can post them in the Danny Ducks Book Club Facebook group this week, where the theme of the week is going to be pets and what they all get up to in our homes. We're also going to be sharing some arts and crafts activities themed around pets that you might have at home for you to enjoy. We hope you have a fantastic week and you join us for more book club soon. From me and Danny, it's a goodbye, and we hope to see the pictures of your mischievous pets in the Facebook group this week. Bye everybody! Goodbye, goodbye everyone. I sure hope that you had fun. We'll be back another day to laugh and dance and sing and play. Goodbye, goodbye everyone. I sure hope that you had fun.